Ik aya yixsitini ltekat yuhan hatu yik which in khasiti ya yigita. It's good to see you all. We're happy we can be together today as well. It's ik disi ya dis tleika kanesk ya ya dis daukunyagi. It's Ikdisi, February 23rd on Thursday. This is week 7, day 2 of our class. And let's hop right in. So welcome back. Tomorrow, just a quick announcement, we'll be continuing our Friday dialect series. For tomorrow, we have invited Judy Ramos and Kai Montour of Yakdat to share a recording and anything else they'd like to share about the way Lingit is spoken in the Yakutat area. So we're looking forward to having them in class tomorrow. If you can make it, it'll be same time, same Zoom link, 12 to 1. For today, we'll open up with discussion and then continue our work with Lingit Class. On Tuesday, we started going through the first chapter in the beginning of the book on the greetings and phrases, pronouncing them, and having a discussion about when and how to use those phrases so that we're also incorporating culture, respect, and making sure we're using them in a polite way. And if we have time after that, we'll do a dialogue, make a short dialogue using the phrase book, and we'll play it out and see how our time works out today. And then we'll do dialogue review and breakout rooms as per usual so that you can have time to work with each other on your pronunciation and build confidence and comfort with the dialogues. So before we hop into Lingit Class, were there any questions or comments from class so far? Tuesday, anything we've covered? If not, we'll continue right through. So Lingit Class, as we know, means say it in Lingit. This is the phrase book that was compiled by the Downhowers and published by Sea Alaska Heritage Institute. And I'll put the link in the chat so that you can open it up on your computer and it's available to you immediately. And then we'll jump right in. So this is our first chapter, and the chapter is called Greetings, Departures, and Visiting. So on Tuesday, we covered all of page 9. Basic greetings, a lot of them we've seen in our dialogue and we're familiar with. Wasa iyati, how hat iagut, and yak satini. So we made it through page 9 and then we just started on page 10. I'm going to zoom in because I know this might be small on your screens. And so I think we left off with way the Kajate. And to recap, for when you're offering someone a chair, we talked about ya the kaika. Everyone go ahead and repeat after me. For here's is a chair. Ya the kaika jade.
Ya do
Kaya
kaya God jade.
Okay. And then since kaya jade is kind of a long word, if you find yourself stumbling at all toward the end, one thing I like to do as a learner is start from the end of the word. So starting from this underline ji qa, everyone say qa.
Ka.
Gah.
Ka. Ah. Ka.
Yeah, and then go ahead and from qa say qajait.
Kajay.
God jade.
Kajay.
And then the whole word kaya qajait.
Kaya.
Kaya God jade.
And then the whole phrase. Ya du kaya kajate.
Yadu kaya gajate.
Kaya Kajate.
Okay, sound. How do we sound on that one, Chaksani Keek?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So then the next phrase, we had a discussion about this one because if you want to say there's a chair, spatially it's a little farther away from you. So instead of yadu, you would say wedu. So everyone repeat after me. Wedu kai kajate.
Wedu kaya gajate.
And then we had a discussion where Shaksani Keek shared with us if you do have a situation where you're pointing a chair at somebody else, it's polite to also add something so that they don't misinterpret what you're saying to mean we don't want you to sit with us. So a couple phrases we added, I'll just add them to our slides. So here we have and then you could add, if you want to add, oh, you could bring it over here. There's a chair over there, but you can bring it closer to sit with us. You would say this line, hot satih. So go ahead and repeat after me. Hot satih.
Sati.
Yeah, and then we were really pleased. One of our students asked, could you even make it more polite by adding kusha? And oops. So let's do that one, this line. Hot satih kusha.
Sati kwashe.
Okay. Are there any questions on those?
Where is that sentence in here?
It would be this one, and I'll zoom in. You see this one, that's the fourth sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 So I'm gonna add this one to our slides. And then so moving on to our next phrases. Our next one, we're talking about money. Here's $2 is the English meaning. And in Lingit, you can repeat after me. Ya du dana.
Yadu dana.
One more time. Ya du dana.
Yadu dana.
These next ones we know are just yes and no. Repeat after me. And like.
Clegg.
Okay. And that's good to say that's good. Yikewa.
Gewe.
Next one. Or if something is really amazing, you can say shikuze.
Rikuze.
To show sympathy or empathy, we practiced this one in our dialogue after we said wasa yati ish, how's your dad, and then arthritis did you, he has arthritis. The response is repeat after me, ishan.
Ishan.
This one, the translation is interesting. So everyone just repeat this phrase, and Shaksani Keek, let us know how we sound. Do. When would we say that, Shaksani Keek?
It's funny when you and I were searching for Nora Downhauer, and and that was it, Demert. It was Demert talking,
Mm-hmm.
and Nora said, now we can speak in our language. And Demert says, oh yeah, okay, that's good. It got quiet, and then she said, I forgot how to talk in Tlingit. And that's when Nora said, do. Like, I used to hear it when I was a kid, but the voice used to go up on the end, do. And that's when you're doing something or saying something wrong. And it's kind of a teasing kind of thing. It's not like I think the book says, see how you are.
Yeah.
It's kind of an okay explanation, but it's it's used mainly with people you're familiar with. I guess that's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Your children, your grandchildren, and can even say it to the cat.
Okay.
Do and like I'm trying to work on something as a kid, and I mess it up, and my mom's trying to tell me how to work it. I can't do it. I keep doing it wrong. That do like this. Yeah. So, so when you use it, I make sure it's like somebody you're familiar with and you know well. And it's like when Nora said do to Ruth Demert, it was in a teasing way.
Yeah.
Ruth said, I forgot Tlingit.
Yeah.
So that's what it said. So I don't know, maybe I went in a circle on that one. So if you have any questions, you might let me know and see if I can come up with something better.
Okay. I love it. I thought that was really good context.
Yeah.
Does anyone have questions on that? On do or do? The conversation we were talking about, for everyone's reference, is in Rene's YouTube under his fluent speakers playlist. There's a recorded conversation of Nora and Dr. Ruth Demert. It's kind of fun to watch.
Yeah, I think when they're going to record them, they just kind of leave it open. You can talk about anything you want, and they weren't prepared. So they started off with teasing each other.
Yeah. I forget what she said, something like or something like that.
Yeah, she said, I don't know what to say.
Oh yeah. It was cute. It was fun to watch.
Yeah. So they ended up teasing each other. And that's where it's commonly used with close friends, and, children, grandchildren.
Buenas cheese.
Yeah.
Next one as well, I think we'll need explanations on when we can use these. So there's one for go away, shoo, and scram. And class, you can repeat after me. Chook.
Chook.
Juk.
And then the other one, juk.
Juk.
And then there's like to add emphasis, jukde.
Jukde.
Joke day.
So Shaksani Cake, when can we use these phrases?
What did one of the speakers say that you say chuk and we say juk, but I've heard both when I was growing up, and it's used mainly for pets. Pets learn to speak Tlingit too, so you can use it for pets or children. But I've never heard it used for adult to adult. But chuk is more common than juk. But I heard both.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the dog that keeps pestering you and you say chuk, and they do learn. They do learn things.
Yeah.
Pester you while you're busy trying to visit or talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay. I see some hands up, Askatiksha.
This is so funny because it finally makes sense to me because my husband has this war with the squirrels around our bird feeder. And he's always throwing pebbles at it, going chunk, chunk. And I'm always like, I knew it was Tlingit, but now I see what he's. Yeah, I've heard this a lot at the squirrels. He hates the squirrels.
Yeah. So they're learning Tlingit then.
I've heard this so much as a kid that I didn't even know it was Tlingit for the longest time from my great grandma. I just thought it was English. And so like my husband finally asked me, he's like, what is that? Like, that just means go away. Isn't that English? But so inland here, juk, and it gets used a lot for kids too, apparently. I've heard a lot as a kid.
When you add de, it's you're getting kind of tired of saying it now. So I really mean it, chuk that. If you have to say it several times in a row, so then you add the de to emphasize and say, I'm getting tired of saying this. Yeah.
I love that. Cheese for sharing. That's so funny about the squirrels. My dad has this exact same battle going on with the squirrels and the bird feeder, and like he's allies with the birds, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Boston, in our old house where we had an office in for the natives, the squirrels moved into the attic. They really moved in, and they chew the gnaw on wood the same way rats do, and you can hear it, working. And I heard it, and I thought, what is that? Is that rats? Is it? No, it's squirrels. So the women's study was upstairs, and so the fumigator came and tried to get rid of them. And the lady, I was sitting in the office answering phones, and the lady came in and she said, did you call the fumigator? And I said, no, I didn't. And she said, well, they're here trying to get rid of the squirrels. I said, you're asking in Indian if they want to get rid of animals? Backed out on that one. It turned out that we had an old tree that was close to the building,
Mm.
and they got rid of the tree because it was falling down, and that got rid of the squirrels in the attic.
Oh, because they couldn't climb up to it.
Yeah, we couldn't climb up the side of the building.
Yeah.
Uh,
Huh. Squirrels. Okay, so the next ones, I don't know about these. I hear them sometimes. I just don't have the like knowledge, I guess, yet or comfort to use them, but I do want to learn them. So, okay. Next one for the translation says too much, or also wow, gee whiz. Repeat after me. Hadla
Hadla.
Kadla,
or blah.
la,
Ah,
Yeah. Oksana, do you use these ones?
Yeah, yeah, we used to use it a lot when I was a kid. Um, I think Paul Marx, can do a real good comment on that because we were talking about. I was doing a class on how to make blankets, and there was a question about how many rows of buttons can I use,
Mm.
and I said, you can have as many buttons as you want if you have the money to get it, because they thought it meant like the more important you are or status or something.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, it shows the status of your money, your pocket money. And then Paul Marx piped up and said, after 3 rows, it's hatla. So I thought was really a fitting comment because after that, you're just really showing off too much. Somebody goes on and on about themselves or anything, or saying something that they boasting or whatever, you can tease them by saying "Hatla." That's
Too much.
that real. That's too much,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Jeez.
yeah.
I love that story. That's funny. Skinyata.
Okay, Satini.
Uh,
I'm just gonna try something here just because it feels right.
Mm.
Wasa do a socket Lingit Class squirrel.
mm.
Wasa do a sock yet Lingit Class squirrel.
Kanatsagaga.
No, I thought Kanasak was porcupine.
Gotye. Ichojian. Kalakachka.
Oh, yeah. That's a big name for a small animal.
Yeah. Oh.
You're looking it up?
Let's look in the dictionary. So, squirrel. Okay, we're going to find some options here. It looks like it shows up 10 times in the dictionary. So one is a much shorter name, Tsalk. And Yuhan, go ahead and repeat after me. Tsalk.
Ash.
That looks like squirrel or gopher or Arctic ground squirrel.
Tzach.
It's Zalk.
Tzach.
So I'm gonna include all these. What else do we have? What is this one? Oh, that's mushroom. Flying squirrel. We have a longer name and it's Katsakua.
Where do they have flying squirrels?
I don't. Does anyone here have flying squirrels near their homes? Like, okay.
Like.
Like,
Let's keep looking. There's one for like a red squirrel. I think this is what we have near my home. And this one, y'all can repeat after me. Kaltak. So that's a pinched S and then a high tone double A K. So let's do it again. Kaltak. I'm gonna add this one to our list and let's keep looking too. And then there's one that says Kanasak.
That's
Have you heard that one before, Shaksani? Okay.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay. Hey. So yeah, that was
in the West Coast. Squirrels around here go. In the West Coast, they chirp. I mean, in the East Coast, Boston, they chirp.
oh.
So, I saw a squirrel and I went. He stopped to listen. Like, I heard that before somewhere. He actually stopped to listen, but I didn't recognize it as a squirrel talk.
Oh wow.
It's a shame that they chirp instead of what I do with the ones in the West.
I love that.
Kanasak is the one I knew was the right word.
Kanasak, I love your squirrel call. That's a fun. So maybe in the East Coast he recognized it, but they talk different over there now.
Yeah, different language. That was funny.
Dialect.
Yeah, that's what it is. Boston dialect.
Boston dialect. Too much. Okay, let's see. All right, so we did hadla and blah. And then going back to our phrase book, if you want to ask somebody more, repeat after me. Zug.
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 Is this if we're offering more or asking for more?
Asking for more.
Oh.
Zug. Okay. Zug.
Okay, so this is what we're asking for more. Okay.
You could use it as offering, as a tsuksha. Do you want more? Tsuksha.
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 Sha. Make sure it's a question. Let me see.
Okay. Tsuksha. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tsuksha.
Tsuksha.
If it's like you invite people for a meal or they join you, and it looks like their tea is running out, you can offer more. Or if they want more of the dinner that you gave them. So.
Okay. That's a good sign, right? If they want more.
Yeah, it's easy for kids to say.
Tsuk. Tsuksha. Sometimes at the language nest, when we offered the kids more food, we would say tsukake tawasigu. Would you say that one, Shaksanikik?
Yeah.
Maybe more natural to.
Yeah, that's a good phrase.
Uh-huh. Okay, so we did tsuk, and then now next line is that's all, that's enough. And so repeat after me. De'owa.
Dewa.
This is like if we want someone to stop a behavior. Iksha?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one thing.
Yeah.
Or if you ask somebody you want more, they could say, Dewa, I'm done.
Dewa.
Okay.
Funachish, Dewa.
Okay.
You could just add that I'm too full, I can't. Something.
Okay.
Yeah, always be polite as you can.
Okay. So if someone asks Tsuksha, they could say Gunachi De'owa. Any questions on that from the class?
Or if the kids are arguing, you could say, tell them to stop using Dewa.
Okay. Okay. Okay, next one means it's all gone. And it's hooch.
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 Hooch away.
Yeah, you could also, say hooch awa.
Awa.
Hooch away.
And then there's a variation that says hooch.
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 And next one is let me see or think. I think I've heard this for someone asks you a question, they need to think about it. They just say shke.
Shke.
Shike.
Shke.
Shike.
Shke. Shke. Shke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shke. For something that's cute or tiny, usk
Usk.
or a variation, uske.
For,
Usk.
Uski.
for
Uski.
go back to
Ah,
we, let me think. It's like somebody asks you something and you know it, but you have to stop and think about it and say, okay, I heard that before, and let me think about it, or let me see. I think it's used a lot for let me see. How do you put this together? Okay, let me see, or let me think about it.
okay. Shka.
In my classroom, I used to have a box called shke. So they could draw out of the box a phrase that they can use and ask about, talk about.
Hmm.
That was my think box.
Oh, cool. Shka. This was fun. Okay, so we're at 20 minutes till. Should we do breakout rooms so folks have time to practice?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's switch gears here. Really good discussion today. And for our dialogue review, we'll demonstrate it for you and then let you break off into your breakout rooms. And knock knock.
I do so well.
Nila toga aya.
Nesko. How hat tin.
Tatgehat khuatin.
Yes, okay, si cool thing it.
Skoon khadus too.
Wasayati.
Peshwasa. Wa eqwa.
Khatiak Wasayati ish.
Arthritis do jiwa.
Ishan.
Kungausaya.
Sikau sanaya. Kutesayani.
Fred Myers dayan khashik kahwayis.
Siyek Hosatin.
Hey, so I will put this link in the chat for folks so that you all can practice. And do we have any questions before we go into our breakout rooms? Okay, let me put these in the chat. Okay. Okay, link is in the chat for these slides. You can scroll down to the section for dialogue review, and that way it's available to you when you go into your breakout rooms. And we'll go ahead and do groups up to 5. We have 14 people, so that'll be good. We'll go for actually maybe 15 minutes just so we have time to come back together. And you can work on the knock knock dialogue. If you have more time than that, can do self-introduction. Otherwise, we'll focus on it next week. Aksani Keek, it muted you and it mutes everybody when we come back. Is Alan able to unmute you if you have anything you wanted to add? Quick check-in. How did that go for everybody? 2 thumbs up. Okay. 1 thumb up. Baby's participating. I love it.
Can you hear me now?
Isaw to ach.
Yeah. Yeah, in the room that I was in, there was a first-time person. She did really good. She said she had been in other classes, just read through a little bit of struggle, but it was really pretty good.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing we worked on in our breakout room was if there's a phrase that's kind of tripping us up, we'll practice it and then we'll just do it a few times in a row till it becomes kind of autopilot or normal. Anyone else had any tips or tricks from their rooms? That baby's cheeks are too cute. I can't. Okay, so cute. Johan, I see a comment in the chat I want to bring up. I still struggle with the pinched X outside of our dialogue. Okay, we'll work on that in our upcoming classes. And we're at time, so have a good rest of your day.
Cheese.
Tiagen.
Diagen.
Okay.
Buenas cheese.
Tie Kwasatin.
Bien, Kwasatin.